Hey, my lovelies. Welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Daily Vibrations, my love. So if you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. My name is Kamoy, and we are doing the Daily Vibration for today, September 3rd, 2021. Now, you do want to keep in mind that energy is fluid, so whenever you click on this video or this episode on the podcast, if the message resonates and it vibrates, you want to go ahead and take what you need, and you want to leave what you don't, and you may want to shelf what you don't understand in case you got to circle on back, right? So today, my love, it is Friday. Okay, so Fridays are ruled by Venus. You got that Venus love energy, pleasure seeking energy in the air, but it can also be a little bit greedy and a little bit pleasure seeking and maybe not really paying attention to integrity, right? So be mindful to operate with not just love today, but also integrity as you put forth loving and positive vibration. Now, this is the one thing I want to say about the spiritual walk, because sometimes within the spiritual walk, you think that you have to be cordial and you have to be timid and you have to be meek and people get to walk all over you. You know, it don't always work like that. Please understand that within spirituality, sometimes, you know, you're going to have to step out and swing your sword, okay? Or swing that hammer, right? And it may not necessarily look the way everybody else think it should look, right? But there are times within your spiritual walk that you got to stand up for yourself today. So today, the message is stand up for yourself. Okay, that's what's coming through. You want to stand up for yourself today as we're moving throughout the energy. Okay, so let's take a look at what we got going on here today. Ruling number of the day is number 8. All right, so you guys know the number 8 is all about wisdom, but the number 8 can also vibrate on things like authority, right? This is also like your personal power. This could be your self-confidence. The number 8 can also be tapping into your inner strength, right? This energy can also be you tapping into your compassion, but it can also be dictatorship at its lowest level, right? It can be a dictatorship. You can feel like you know more than people or you're better than people, right? So you do want to take that into consideration, because on the lower vibrational end of the number 8 is greed. It is not being tactful, which means that you don't care what you say or how you say it, right? Very domineering energy, as well as very, you got like a high superiority complex, like you're better than people, right? So that could be the other aspect of the number 8 that you need to pay attention to, right? Everything has a negative and a positive charge. Negative does not necessarily mean bad, right? It just means those aspects of yourself you may have to bring to balance, right? Now, today is the 9th month of the Gregorian calendar year, all right? So, you know, 9 also represents the number of completion, right? So you got that going on in the date for you today. The number 9 is also the number of spiritual laws. So this is the number also of karma, right? This is the number of spiritual enlightenment also. The number 9 is also about self-sacrifices, but you guys know that we don't sacrifice anymore, so that would be self-choices and self-decisions, okay? The number 9 also has to do with public relations, so you guys may want to pay attention to that. You can see a lot of things going on within the media today, especially about the chaos in the world, okay? Just collectively throughout the month. Don't be surprised if there's a lot of shit dropping in the media today concerning public relations, or people having to cover things up this month, okay? For people, right? And I want to say this too, because we don't talk about this enough, and I don't really go into like the fine details of the numbers enough, but I'm gonna start doing that so y'all can get some really like clear insight, right? The number 9 also vibrates on you learning how to say no. And sometimes it's learning how to say hell no, or maybe fuck no, or maybe hell to the no. Huh, okay. And if you didn't understand what that means, no, N-O, no. Okay, so learning how to say no is one of the things that the number 9 vibrates on also. It also vibrates on your duty, your calling, okay? Optimism, divine wisdom, okay? Let me just say this. The number 9 vibrates also with the vibration of your soul's purpose. So you got all of these things going on this month with the number 9. I'm just going to say that, right? You got all of these things going on with the number 9. Within the number 9, you can find that people can be a little eccentric. So if you are, maybe tap into that, okay? It is also the number of communication, along with the number, any number really on the mental plane, right? So number 9 deals with communication and your influences, right? It can also be the number of philanthropy. So you can find people tapping into that. But if you're in the lower vibrational end of the number 9, what you can find today is just some people, honestly, they're not very sympathetic, and some people are disconnected within the number 9. You can feel lethargic within the number 9, and you can, not be able to concentrate or focus, right? So these are all things going on this month within this number 9. If you are able to tap into this, you can discern what end of the frequency of 9 that you are vibrating on, right? Not to mention, we also have double 2s in the date today. That's sensitive energy in the energy, super sensitive energy, not hyper, but it's still super sensitive. So number 2 is all about vibration. It's all about harmony, being able to adapt, being diplomatic, right? Being receptive to love. Sometimes within the number 2, you find that you want to be the peacemaker, right? You find that encouragement is important within the number 2, especially when it comes to partnerships and relationships, because that is also something the number 2 vibrates on. Now, on the lower vibrational end of the number 2, you can find things like codependency or indecisiveness or fears, and a lot of that comes from you not planning. So you may want to tap into planning, and sometimes within the lower vibrational end of the number 2, you can find people afraid of the unknown. So all of those things can be happening at a higher sensitive level today, as the number 2 is in the atmosphere. Okay, now let me just say this also. We do have in the date today the number 3 manifestation number, so you can tap into that too. Number 3 is a number of good taste. It's also exuberance energy, right? It's also being able to ask for assistance if you need it and tapping into your skill sets, This is a number of wit and culture, right? It's also the number of manifestation and memory and tapping into your imagination. So you have that aspect moving out with you today also, right? So under creative aspect, you want to go ahead and you want to tap into that, right? Now, I want to say this. I bought some dice, guys, and you can't see them on on the podcast, but if you're on camera, you can see them. And I bought some dice because I will be doing some numerology readings with the dice, and they're all in sacred geometric symbols. And I will be breaking down exactly what the symbols are and the power of the symbols and the number that the symbols land on, right? So we're probably going to start this next week for the elements, I got triangles, I got polygons, hexagons, and we're going to go into what each of these mean from a symbolic level, right? So we're going to be doing numerology reading with the dice starting next week, right? And so you get very familiar, and this is why I'm doing this today, where I'm breaking down like a lot of the numbers, like pinpointing, so you'll get very familiar with keywords of the numbers as we're moving throughout this energy. Okay, and so number 3, good taste, a sense of humor. Number 3 is exuberant energy, and I want to say expansion and the principles of what's important to you while you're manifesting is key. Number 3 can also tap into your psychic ability. So this is where your intuitive nature can definitely begin to rise, because you begin, it's kind of like tapping into the let's see, like your third eye, right? So we're operating here from energy where you're able to use your imagination to bring things to life with the number 3. It's also a number of pleasure and fun, okay? So you can tap into that too, right? And then you guys know, you have the power each and every day to tap into any energy that you want to. Number 1 is also in the date today. So we're talking about you being able to trust your instincts today with the number 1, right? Ruling number of the day, like I said, is the number 8. Divine wisdom, y'all. Standing up for yourself is going to be important today. I gave you guys like a lot of information today. So let's talk about the elements, okay? We're going to start off with the earth energy, which is going to be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right? If you're not a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this is the material realm, okay? The material realm. So today is gossip, heart chakra. Just pay attention to The gossip today, people always gonna have something to say, and sometimes it's not nice, but people always have something to say. And if people's talking about you and you're not even doing anything, just, that means you got shit going on. If you're minding your business and doing what you need to do and people are still talking shit about you, then you're doing something, okay? But if you're the one sitting and gossiping about people, you may need to check your heart chakra and bring some forgiveness, some compassion, and some love into your experience in the physical world today, right? Now, when we hop on over to the wonderful air energy, which is going to be Gemini, Libra, as well as Aquarius, that's going to be your thinking, your mental and your spiritual thinking, okay? How you think if you're not an air sign. You got heart chakra energy popping up, perception today, right? You're going to have to change your perception in things. This is transformative energy. And it's kind of like there's birds here too, but there's also butterflies in this card, and it's a green emerald, okay? Bring in love, compassion in your thinking today, and change your perception in the way you see things, okay? Instead of seeing things not working out for you, see things working out for you. Instead of walking around with unforgiveness, you need to forgive. And sometimes forgiveness is not about forgiving somebody else. It's about forgiving yourself. Change your perception how you see things today, right? If you've been trying to give somebody the benefit of the doubt, but they keep showing you who they are, baby, believe them, okay? Believe them, my love, okay? All right, you got the quest coming up for the wonderful, wonderful water energy. Water energy is going to be Scorpio. It's going to be Cancer and Pisces, which has to do with your feelings. If you are not a water sign, this is going to be your feelings, your emotions. You got quest popping up. Quest is all about you paying attention to the journey, your journey, nobody else's journey. This is your journey. And then along the journey, are you going to see the glasses half empty or half full? Are you going to think the grass is greener on the other side and not deal with the things that you need to do? Or are you going to stay in situations that is dried up longer than you need to, and instead of going over to it's greener on the other side? It's really up to you. Where is your quest leading you? This is throat chakra energy, which means that you're going to have to communicate. You may have to speak up for yourself in this energy today. You may have to listen today, right? But you're going to have to communicate. Not only does the throat chakra deal with communication, it also deals with you being able to tap into your life purpose, okay? So go on that quest today, especially within your feelings. Today, emotionally, they're asking you to go on the quest within, not externally, but within, okay? When we hop on over to the fire signs, that's going to be Leo, Aries, as well as Sagittarius. That is going to be the action or the movement that may be required in your life today, okay? We got recovery, third eye chakra. Third eye chakra deals with your perception again, your imagination. And today they're saying recover some things, right? Instead of holding on to things from a negative perspective, go ahead and hold on to it from a positive perspective, right? And recover everything that you want to experience. See things differently. Trust your intuition. Trust your guide. Trust the higher forces, okay, within yourself. There are positive energy and positive things around you waiting to show you positivity. How about you recover those things within your actions today? Move with integrity today, right? Let your actions be full with integrity as you trust yourself. You got everything you need, so trust that intuition today, all right? So you guys know the deal, right? You're the one that got to walk through all of this, all right? I got a few announcements for you. Don't forget to check me on Clubhouse tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Sam. We're doing Relationship Chronicles and Spiritual Conversations. The topic tonight is, are we compatible? Are we compatible? Are we compatible, right? So how can I love you? How can I respect you? And how can I submit if we're not compatible, right? So, let's talk about that tonight. So find me on Clubhouse, okay? Universal, Soul, Universal, right? Healing on Clubhouse. And then you also want to make sure you check out the 1% Change on Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then you guys can find me in Clubhouse in the afternoon on Thursdays too, all right? Around 4:30 or 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all right? So y'all know the deal. You want to go ahead and do something kind for yourself. You want to love yourself. You want to honor yourself, right? And I'm going to see y'all in Monday's Daily Vibration. Have a wonderful weekend. Live it up. Do something kind, okay? Don't be afraid of the dark. Out of darkness comes enlightenment, my love. And I'm going to see you guys on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, my loves.